We live?
Hey, we're live.
We're live. Hey, Utopians. Welcome, members. Welcome,
Welcome.
Utopians. We love you.
Yeah. So if more never feels like enough, that's not wealth. That's withdrawal.
Right. So today, we unsubscribe from billionaire brain. All right. In 3 steps, we're gonna show you in 3 steps how you can withdraw from billionaire brain. Type enough in the chat if you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
On our Black Utopia, we teach about money for freedom, but not flex.
Lived experience and community data.
Right?
Practical systems.
That's right. So we're going to talk about our lived experience. We're going to give you community data to back up what we are saying, and we're going to give you practical systems. But first, hey, y'all, my name's Halisi.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money, we talk about travel, and we talk about life abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan, get their money straight so that they can retire on time or maybe even early.
Early is a good thing.
Yes.
Europe is even better.
Abroad is even better. All right, sweetheart. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about what Portugal taught us about money.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So we're going to give you the 3 steps from billionaire brains to blissful freedom.
Right. And then you want to stick around to the end, all right? Because we're going to give you a step-by-step 7-day challenge, y'all. That's a 7-day challenge to freedom. All right. I'm going to put up our first poll here because you're not going to know what we are talking about. Well, I'm going to put it up there anyway. So don't answer yet. Don't answer yet. Because once you answer, we are going to tailor examples. All right. But don't answer yet because you might not know what we're talking about. So we will go ahead and get started. And then after step 1, we will say hello to the folks who are in the chat. Oh, wait. But first, if you're new to our channel, you might not know.
You might not.
Right? Let me tell you, back in 2018, y'all, we got a wake-up call. We looked at our money and it looked crazy. But we got our financial act together, and within 3 years, we went from negative 22,000 to over 800,000 in net worth, over 1.1 million today. And if we can do it, y'all, you can do it too. All right. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, subscribe. We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers because we know, especially in the melon felons America, this is information that Black Americans need. This is information that African Americans need.
Yes.
Today, right? Today. So subscribe, share this with a friend, and then like if you like what we are talking about today. All right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Step number 1. Get your pencils out because we're going to have some exercises. Get your paper out, get your pens out, get your phones out, whatever you do. Get your tablets out, whatever you do to take notes. All right, step number 1.
Define enough.
This is your freedom number. All right. And the reason why we're saying define enough, we've got to put this in context because when we look at what is happening in America, we see that there's like 5 white males. 2 of them, not even born in the United States. They are from apartheid South Africa that are running the country. And they are all billionaires, y'all. They are billionaires. And they whine and they complain. And oh my God, everything's so bad for them. And they have to manipulate and they have to steal and they have to cheat the systems to make sure they get more. Because I don't know. Maybe they need to be trillionaires, even though they could not spend this money in their grandchildren's lifetime. It is still not enough. It is still not enough. And so what I think, y'all, and I've said this before, Jeff Bezos, who else?
Peter Thiel.
Right? Elongated muskrat, right? Who else?
Oh, your Meta.
Meta, right?
Meta freak.
Zuckerberg. Right? They are mentally ill, y'all. They're mentally ill because it doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. How much money do you need?
How much?
How much is enough? How much is enough. And I want to know, y'all, because see, this is this billionaire brain. It's a billionaire brain syndrome, and it's a sickness that needs to be cured. These folks have an emptiness inside because somebody didn't hug them, or some girl, some cheerleader did whatever, right? Who knows? They have a hole inside that they are trying to fill with more and more and more and more and more and more money, 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 stuff. Like, what more do you want? What more can you buy?
Yeah. And everybody has to suffer for it.
But how much of that is trickling down into everyday American thought process, y'all? How much of the keeping up with the Joneses? No, we ain't billionaires, but how much is enough for you? Because some people keep moving the goalposts. And some people just have no idea how much is enough. We're going to talk about that. But for a lot of you, you are chasing a number without context. You are chasing a number without context because you're looking around with what you see everybody else has, and you are comparing your value in the world to what you have in relationship to what everybody else has. And I'm here to tell you, I don't give a what you have. You are enough just as you are. Just as God made you, you are enough. All right? Embrace that. Know that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have a lot of stuff and trappings, right, to prove to these white folks that you deserve to be in the room, to prove that your neighbors that you deserve to be in the community, in the neighborhood, to prove to your friends and your girlfriends and your sorors, right, that you come up, that you done, kept the legacy going, to prove to your mama and your daddy, right? You do not need to prove anything to anybody.
You have value.
So I want to make sure that we understand and that we make note of the sickness that is permeating through America, that is going to be its demise. It's called greed, y'all. It's called greed, and it's ugly. And even though you can say, well, I don't need billions. Yeah, but what's the lesser version of that, right? I don't know about you, but I know Rick and I had it big time. We didn't talked about this. Talked about it. Had Jags, Mercedes. What we had, right? Like we had the things. We had the things. We went from a 4-bedroom, 4-bath house with enough land to build another house behind it.
Mm-hmm. And even thought about that. Extending the house out.
Because why?
Adding.
Right, with a family of 3 at the time.
Because we needed more room to clean, to put stuff in.
Right?
That's what we needed. We needed to extend the house out to put more stuff in and take more time and energy to clean.
Exactly. And he wasn't putting the time and energy into cleaning. So we know who was going to do that.
No,
or we was hiring.
I wasn't doing it.
Or we was hiring. Right? Like what different? Oh my God! I'm so glad we didn't do that.
You get caught up.
So we went from a 4-bedroom, 4-bath house to a 3. No, let's be honest. By American standards, we're gonna say a 2-bedroom plus office.
And an office.
And 1-bath apartment.
Well, you could probably put a small
with no elevator.
You could put a small kid with a small
this is a bedroom because they had a bed in here. They had a bed in here.
We always said it was like the maid's quarters because it was off.
That or a nursery.
A little maid, you could probably put a little maid in here.
So the twin size bed fit in here, y'all. All right. The twin size bed fit in. All right. So I gave you the context. This is why we were talking about this, because as we were looking, we're talking about these grocery prices being out of control, right? And we know that why are grocery prices out of control? Because of racism. That's why. Wait, how do you see racism? Yes, racism. Racism is the reason the melon felon is in office. And so racism is the reason that the grocery prices are so high. Racism is expensive, y'all. It is expensive. And these white folks are off the rails. They are off the rails. So I'm asking you, how much is enough? How much is enough? You need to know your freedom number.
Yeah.
All right. All right. When you don't name it, enough is a number, right? It's a number. There's an actual number. And when you don't name it, guess what?
Capitalism names it for you.
That's right. And it's always going to be more than what your number was.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So your freedom number, here it is. It equals the core needs per month plus a 20% buffer. Your core needs per month plus a 20% buffer. All right. We have a worksheet below. All right. We're starting to do these worksheets for y'all. All right. In the resources, it says this week's resources or something like that. All right. And if you click on that, you'll get to the landing page and you can click this week's resources. So I haven't seen what the chat is doing yet. I mean, what the poll is doing yet. I see. Okay. I need to see. I see it. I need to feel more safe. All right. I'm seeing a little bit of it. All right. We're going to keep going. So core needs. What are your core needs?
Housing plus utilities plus groceries plus transportation plus basic insurance, minimum debt.
So your minimum payment for your debt. All right. Hopefully, most of you are getting out of debt. And remember, if you've got credit card debt and you don't have a lot of extra money, look at our video about how to eliminate debt without spending any more money and eliminate it faster. All right. Look at that video. The banks don't want you to know this stuff, y'all. They don't want you to know it.
Mm-mm.
Right. And as Trump starts to make everything more expensive because the value of the dollar is going down, y'all, it's getting more expensive here in Portugal for us. Right. Social Security is paid in dollars. We just lost 15% of our monthly income. Thank you, Melon Felon. Thank you. All right. So core is housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, basic insurance, and minimum debt. So that's one way to look at it. Yearly freedom equals
12 times monthly freedom.
Right? 12 times monthly freedom. That's obvious. So your long-term target goal, and this is the optional rule of thumb, is probably going to change a little bit, but it's 25 times your yearly freedom number. 25 times your yearly freedom number. So you are financially free when you are at 25 times your yearly freedom number, or you've got monthly money coming in that is your core needs plus the 20% buffer. Now, hey, Dennis, thank you. What are your future core needs? We've done videos on how you can figure that out if you're not going to live where you're living today. Even if you're going to stay in the United States, but you're going to change states or change cities. The database that's in our Ready to Retire toolkit and our Move Abroad toolkit, but that the database is in both of those toolkits, right? That information will give you the cost of living for where you are going to live once you are not working for the man. We're going to break them chains because they trying to put us back on the plantation, y'all. They try to put us back on the plantation.
Oh, yeah, literally.
All right. What's the long-term target?
Long-term target is optional rule of thumb. 25 times yearly freedom in investments. In investments. All right. Not in cash. In investments. Why in investments? Because the assumption is that over a period of time, like a 10-year period of time, those investments are going to go up historically about 8 to 12% per year annually on average. Even if it goes down 1 year and up 1 year, on average, that's pretty much what you can expect. A return of about 8 to 12% per year, right? Historically. It'll be interesting to see how that works out going forward in the American stock market. Yeah.
Hopefully, the billionaires will realize they need people to buy their stuff. Unless they're just saying, you know what? F America, we've got enough people in the rest of the world to buy our stuff. We're selling it there too.
Yes.
They might just say that.
Hey, China's doing it.
They might
Russia's
just say
doing it,
that.
India's doing it.
Right? They might just say that. So the lifestyle inflation guardrail. We're still on number 1. Define what's enough, y'all. All right. Lifestyle inflation guardrail. The OBU raise rule. This is our rule. Save and invest 70% of any new income. Save and invest 70% of any new income.
And enjoy the 30%. Enjoy the rest.
All right. You don't need to do a whole budget and, I got, $20 for this and $300 for that and $50 for this. You don't need to do any of that. If you're paying yourself first, if you're paying future you first, if you're investing in yourself first, then you don't have to worry. Whatever's left over is what you have to spend. Scrape all of that off the top. Automate it, okay? Automate it. You don't want to get into a situation where you're having to make a mental decision. Am I going to save this month? See, Rick and I were saving 65% of our income those last few years, and we automated it. We did it with our job. We just take 50%, put it in 401k. Yeah, 50% in the 401k. That was what he was doing, right? And I was putting in 15% plus some more into our brokerage account. How much do you want it? Understanding that the economic world is changing, and it's changing quickly, friends. It's changing quickly. And I don't want you to be caught with your pants down. All right, take a moment. Your core number per month. If you feel like putting it in the chat, or if you're watching from the future, hey, put it in the comments.
Yeah. All
right. Your core monthly number plus 20% buffer. If you're feeling like you feel like you can put that in the chat, go ahead and put that in the chat. I want to see. All right. That's your enough money per month, and I want you to screenshot it. Screenshot it so you know how much is enough. How much is enough? We are not going to follow these evil people down that greed rabbit hole of insanity. That's what we're not going to do. All right. That's what we're not going to do. All right. So that was number 1, define enough. We'll get to number 2, which is spend on purpose, not status. Right? Purpose, not status. All right. We'll say hello to see who's in the chat. And say first, thank you to Dennis. As always, every single penny of our super chat, super thanks, and super sticker money goes to our scholarship fund for Beyond the Bling. That is our financial freedom program for late bloomers like Rick and myself. Everything that we learned to get ourselves out of debt and into the positive, and basically coast fire is in that program. All right. And it also comes with monthly group coaching. So if you need a scholarship, you don't have to give a sob story. Just email us. You can find our email address on our about page. Okay. For YouTube, or you can go to our website, ourblackutopia.com. Send us an email. You don't have to give us our sob story. If you are Utopian, I know you have integrity. So if you need it and you ask, I'm assuming you need it. Okay. And if we have it, we will give it.
We'll give it.
Okay. We just gave, because of Dennis and Karen Louise and so many other folks, we just gave, I want to say 12 scholarships in the last month. 12 people on their way to financial freedom. 12 people on their way potentially to get out of the United States. 12 people to not be under the thumb of the melon felon. That's all I'm saying. All right. You know the drill. I'm going to take that other banner off. If you have a question or comment that you want us to put up, go ahead and put a Q in front of it. And let's go ahead and stop that poll. Where's the poll? Where's the poll? In poll. Okay, let's see. What were the results? Where are the results? Ah, where'd it go? I can't see the results, y'all. Can you guys tell me the results? I can't see it. This is crazy. Where'd it go? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know what the results were. You put a poll up and then I don't even know what the results are. That's crazy. All right. Let me see if I can figure this out right quick. No, I don't know. I'll probably see it when I watch the replay. YouTube, if you're listening, you've got to fix this. You've got to let us see the results and be able to stack these polls. I've got 3 more polls. I'm not sure if we're going to do them. I might just ask you the question and have you put it in the chat. Have you put the results in chat? Because this is just too difficult. And I want to be able to see the results. All right. All right, let's get back to and maybe when I get to the bottom, you guys have seen the results. When I hit end, maybe it popped up for you and you can tell us, hey, Bobby. So y'all, we hung out with our members before we went live tonight. Where were you? Where were you? Right? All our Black Utopia members get to hang out with us behind the scenes for about an hour before we go live. They be all up in my bedroom and everything else, y'all. Hey, Gwen and Derek, good to see you. And we just saw you, of course, behind the scenes, right? Antonia is in the house. Hey, Alicia, I'm 80, disability check, single, don't know this tech, trying to communicate since 2024. Wish to speak to someone by phone since the whole system is totally foreign to me. Thanks, Alicia. Sweetheart, my friend. You've got to learn this tech, okay? If you want to move abroad, you've got to learn the tech. Unless you're going to move to a place that they speak English, where everybody speaks English, okay? And even then, all the doctors and the vendors, they communicate via WhatsApp.
Yeah.
All right?
Tech is your friend, not your enemy.
It really is, baby. You've got you get your nieces, nephews, kids, grandkids, whatever, and have them walk you through it. You're brilliant. You're 80. You're 80. That means you're brilliant. Why do I say that? Because look, too many people have left this earth. Too many people have left this earth, and I know how easy it is to leave this earth. So if you made it this far, that means you got a head on your shoulders, and you can learn this stuff. All right, you can learn it. You can learn it. Have faith. You can learn it. All right. CK, Cheryl is in the house. Good to see you guys.
Hey, Lee,
Shanora. Who else we got? Tana Rose, Francine. Where you at? There you are. Happy Sunday, you guys. Happy Sunday. Meriton is in the house. Bye, Pacific Northwest. We see you. LaRonda is in the house, and she is on her way out of Dodge. Tell everybody where you're going to in the chat, LaRonda. Action VJ is in the house. Hit the like button as you come in. If this information you find that you like it, hit the like. All right. We've got 230, 50 or so people watching. Hopefully we've got that many likes. All right. Fleur de Lis is in the house. Who else is in the house?
Killer Queen.
You want to say that? Hey, Sharon, Yakota, New Life, Valerina, Kim Strain, Octavia, Allison Rowe. We see all of you. Thank you. All right. Oh, yay. Thank you, Kevin. Let me get back over there so I can say Kevin has just gifted 10 people memberships, y'all. 10 people will get memberships. I think it works automatically. So I've got to read up and I'll let y'all know. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Our community thanks you. This is the deal, you guys. This is the deal. All right. We know that we cannot depend upon traditional news or anything like that to tell us the truth. We just can't. To keep us informed. They are so asleep on the job, it's not even funny. And what makes it even worse is that is the only industry that is mentioned in the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah, they're mentioned in it.
They are in the First Amendment. All right. So I say that to say we need to support folks who are coming to you, giving you information, giving you truth.
Independent media.
Facts,
Yes.
giving you facts. Okay. All right. Here we go. Spend on purpose, not status. Did you, oh, wait. Did you guys put your enough numbers in the chat? Wait, I got to go down to the bottom and see. Thank you, Paulo.
Thank you, Paulo.
Thank you. Right? It's true. Not scary. Definitely not scary. But yeah, I mean, every place is getting more expensive, y'all. It really is. It really is. What Trump is doing is affecting the globe. Yes. Okay. So those 78 million people who voted for him have turned the whole economic global system on its ears. So yes, I've seen things going up here as well. Excuse me. Our coffee, a thing of coffee, espresso coffee, used to be €1.89. It's now €3 something. €3 something. So I'm really specific, like, don't make any extra for me, sweetheart, and this and that and the other. Because, not to say that we should waste because it's cheap, or inexpensive, but at $1.89, for a whole thing of coffee grounds, it didn't seem like that much money, right? Like we're paying 10 cents a cup or something like that. But now, I don't know. Teresa, we will have, after the live, we will put all of our vendors in the description below of this video, and they're probably in the description below of other videos, the vendors that we will recommend, that we know well enough to recommend. All right, step 2, spend on purpose, not status. Oh, wait, I still didn't see if you guys put the numbers in there. All right, close enough. Oh, thank you, Lady Sarita. Close enough, 16%, adding up 13%, still feel pressure, 9%. Interesting. Benita's on their way to Portugal. Yay. Happy for you. All right. I'm looking for some numbers. I'm looking for some more safe, 60%, close enough, 16%, enough now, 13%, more than enough, 9%. Okay. More than say 60%. Okay. All right, you guys, then it's time to make a plan. And for those of you who do not feel like you are in the financial position, keep listening. For those of you who feel like you're already in the financial position, keep listening, because you might learn something that you didn't already know. All right. You might learn something that you didn't already know. Status spending.
Status spending feels big and leaves you empty. Purpose spending looks quiet and buys you time.
What do we mean by that?
Well, I mean, you spend a lot of money and buying the stuff. I just bought me a new
right. Got my Fendi bag. I mean, whatever they're buying these days. I don't know. I don't know.
I got me a new Benz.
Right. Got me these new Gator boots, right? Or whatever, these Coach, I don't know. I don't know what people spend money on. All I know is that it looks important, but leaves you feeling empty. But when you spend with purpose, it's quiet and it buys you time. Money is to buy you time. The only thing that we cannot get more of is time. Time on this planet. Time being healthy, right? And that's why we're totally against retiring at 65. We are totally against that. Retire as early as possible.
Start enjoying as soon as you can.
Life is too short, y'all. Yeah. Life is too short. All right. So here's the framework. We name it PGB. PGB. All right. Let's see if I've got that. I do. P stands for protect. Every payday, this is the minimum. We told you we were putting 65%. This is the minimum. 10% to your emergency fund, insurance gaps, critical maintenance, right? All of that stuff. You're going to grow 10%. You're going to invest 10% minimum. Can I say that again?
Minimum.
Okay.
I'll say it for you.
What are they going to do with the other 10%?
Belong.
Right? community and mutual aid, maybe family goals,
Mhm.
maybe a family vacation you're saving up for, that kind of stuff. All right. Things, experiences, life stuff, the stuff that we live for. Put money aside for that. We're not talking about an austere life. That's not a life worth living. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not. If you can afford to put more in the grow, put more. If you can afford to put more in any of these, put more. Put as much as you can. And then I challenge you. If you can only put 10%, I challenge you. Every other month, increase it by 1%. Increase it by 1%. Bet you won't even feel it. You won't feel it. 1%. All right. So here's the frugal flex.
Pick 2 to 3. Enjoy your joy areas. You keep.
Right. So 2 to 3 joy areas that you're going to keep. We want you to write them down. All right. Right now, write them down. 2 to 3 areas of your life is like, look, we ain't touching this. These are the things that really bring me joy. And these are the things that I'm going to prioritize. Rick and I said the thing that really brings us joy is traveling. But we never saved for traveling. And I would find a way to get us out of town. If it was like a 5-day weekend and stuff like that, right? I would find a way. But our budget did not say this was a priority, right?
Right.
Our budget did not say that. So that's why we're saying right now, pick 2 to 3 areas that bring you joy.
That you're going to keep.
And then we want you to cut hard
on everything
everywhere else. cut.
Yeah.
Right? No, seriously. If you are not financially free, if you are not at fire, if you cannot retire tomorrow, this is what we want you to do. All right, 90-second exercise. Write 2 to 3 joy keepers that you're going to keep. Put it in the chat if you're watching from the future. Hey, let us know 2 to 3 joy things that joy keepers, right? What are you going to keep? Let us know. I want to see. Look, I remember when a friend of mine, well, she was the wife of a work colleague, and you do happy hour and this and that and the other, so you get to know spouses and whatnot. And she used to relate everything, every cost of a semi-major item. And when I say semi-major, I'm saying $100 or more. Okay. There wasn't a bill, your utility bill, but something that was not needed, but you wanted. Every single thing she would say, now where could I fly for that same price? And I mean, like clockwork. We'd be looking at some Nordstrom shoes. Oh gosh, these are like $189. Yeah, I could fly to London for $189. It was like clockwork. She had her priorities straight. And she knew she could afford anything, just not everything, as Paula Pant says. She could afford anything, just not everything. All right. Joy keepers. Keeping my pens. I only have 3, but they give me joy. Really? Pens. All right.
Okay.
Travel and thrifting. I like thrifting too. I do. It's just that I can't buy because I don't have any space. Roxanne says travel, music, and writing. All right. So writing takes time. That means she's going to have to buy some time. Right? Seriously. You can't be at work writing, right? You can't be at somebody's job doing that. All right. Here's a question for you. Where would an extra $500 a month go? All right. An extra $500 a month. Protect, grow, or belong. Would you kill debt? Would you invest it automatically?
Or would you put in your freedom travel fund?
Or your community mutual aid fund, right? Like Rick and I are starting to think like there's some of our kids that we're probably going to have to help if it gets as bad as it looks like it's going to get. So we're going to have to start reinstituting these calls because they're not getting it. Our kids are not getting it. They're not getting it. They think this is business as usual. They're so caught up in the daily life and the kids and the this and the that. They're not getting it. And so you may find yourself in the same situation. And obviously, we can't help them at the expense of ourselves. That would be stupid. But if we make that a priority, right? What would you do with an extra $500 a month? I want to see what y'all are talking about. Emergency fund or unexpected expenses, right? Freedom travel. It's a $500 a month. Paolo, what you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you putting it in your FU fund? Are you putting in my hell yeah, I can go? Yeah, what we going to Cancun? Oh yeah, girl, I can go. Hell yeah, I can go. What we doing? What we doing with the, because every dollar earned has what? Has a job.
Has a job.
Right?
Put it to work.
Every dollar earned has a job. So if you had an extra $500 a month, what job would you give it? Protect, grow, or belong? Don't forget to put a Q in front of your questions. What do you guys say? Pay debt. Okay. Pay debt. Oh, investing. Funds to get out of Dodge. I know that's right. No travel? Oh. Invest, travel, invest. I like what I'm hearing.
And that's a month too, so you can actually split that.
Yeah,
you could put 300 something here and 200 something here, and kill two birds with one stone.
Right? You don't have to put all the 500 in one place.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody said two things. Somebody did say two things. Travel fund, Wanda says.
Because that's going to build up. Whatever you put it in is going to build up.
That's right. So is my daughter. She doesn't get it. See, y'all. This is like the perfect storm. Between AI, that was going to happen regardless. And now we got the idiot in chief who bankrupt a casino, right? Like he is the idiot in chief, and all his followers are idiots in chief as well. And if you're a triple trumper, forget it. Travel, reading, and subscription. So those are the things that you're going to say. All right. What's subscription to what, Ailey? Subscription to what? Your FU fund. I know that's right. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. I have had this cost since June, and it goes away a little bit and comes back, goes away a little bit and comes back. I just don't get it.
Well, it's fall too, so
yeah, and the seasons are changing, and now pollen and this and that and the other. Mosquito woke me up at 3:00 in the morning, buzzing in my ear. I got a bite right there too. So FU fun. This is going to be more important than ever. All right. Some of us may not have the opportunity or be in the position to be able to say, you know what? Yeah, boss, let's let yesterday be my last day, especially in this job market, right? Only 20,000 jobs added. I don't think I've ever seen it that low. And I don't care what they say about the unemployment rate. I would say that some people just said, why even bother? All right, so now is probably not the time to be arrogant. However, now is the time to still have an FU fund because of the layoffs that seem to be inevitable. They seem to be inevitable because ain't nobody buying nothing. Ain't nobody buying nothing because ain't nobody got no money. Ain't nobody got no extra money. And when I say ain't nobody, I'm speaking hyperbolically, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. All right. I think we got them all. Absolutely, Kelvin. Every dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Every dollar has an assignment. Every dollar has a job. Okay. Because if it doesn't, right? I can't tell you how much money we cannot account for. from our past. Just
I think that's pretty much a lot of people's.
right? No idea. Just out of our fingers.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right? All right. Number 3, kill the comparison loops. Kill the comparison loops and automate peace. The Joneses are in the algorithm, y'all. Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe from the Joneses.
Unfollow the 50 Flex account.
Right. All that flexing that they're doing on IG, right?
Yeah.
Unsubscribe. Unless you don't feel a need to have to keep up. But I'm going to tell you, as an exercise, Rick and I literally sat down, the two of us, and I hand wrote, as we both came up with our letter, breaking up with the Joneses, letting them know that we would no longer compete with them, that we no longer gave a F what they did with their money, but we knew what we were going to do with our money. And what we were not going to do is spend it trying to impress someone we don't even like.
Nope.
Much less respect.
Used to do that, though.
Oh, I
thing.
know I used to do it.
And I think
I told y'all I used to do
a
it.
A lot of people, that's still a thing.
Right?
Yeah. And nobody cares.
No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. And those people are not paying your mortgage or your rent, right? They're not paying your grocery bill. They're not putting money into your retirement account. Nor are they probably even offering to babysit your kids to give you a night off. But here we are spending money to try to impress people we don't even like. Right?
Unsubscribe to those shopping emails.
Right. So we're going to do a trigger sweep, y'all. A trigger sweep. You're going to unfollow the 50 Flex accounts that you're following. Right. What else are they going to do?
Unsubscribe from the shopping emails that we get at least
2, 3, 4, 5 times a day from the same vendor, right?
I was doing that today, blocking folks and
unsubscribe, right? Nordstrom Rack, Macy's, Coach bags, and then the online stores, e-bags and the shoe place and all of this stuff.
Turn off them personalized ads because they don't care nothing about you.
Turn them off. Unsubscribe to all of that stuff. And you might even need to take your credit cards out of the memory. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So that you have to go get your wallet, get the card, and put it back into your, right? Before you buy something.
Don't make it too easy for yourself.
Right. So this is the trigger sweep. You're going to unfollow, unsubscribe, and turn off. All the triggers. We're not following those evil billionaires down that evil ass path. We are not. All right. Decelerator habits.
Okay. First, 30-day wish list before any purchase greater than $100.
All right. You'll write a 30-day wish list and you're going to look at that before you purchase anything that you do not need.
If it's more than $100.
If it's more than $100. All right.
That works.
It does work. Rick and I had a rule that before we spent $100, we would consult each other. And that helped because we probably would have been out of control.
Because one sees something, oh, we should get such and such for the backyard. And the other one comes back and says, okay, how much time are we spending out there, especially in the winter? Do we really need that? Are we going to spend that much time? Or are we just going to spend time right now because we're talking about buying that? Yeah. How many people have bought hot tubs for their backyard and they use it for the first year and then all of a sudden they ain't into it no more?
Our house came with a hot tub and we did use it the first couple of years. We used it. Then we got a fire pit with a gas thing. And I used it. I'd be sitting out there
Yeah, we
with my
used
feet.
to use a fire pit.
Yeah, it was, it was a little bit easier. You didn't have to change your clothes, right? You just turn it on. So, but as opposed to changing your clothes, go outside, get in the jacuzzi, take off the cover. It just, So here's another one. And I use this here, the 1 in, 1 out rule. I buy a shirt, another shirt's got to go away. Now, we do it, I do it because we only have so much room.
You got so much space.
Here in Europe, like there's some newer apartments that have bigger closets and stuff like that. And we have friends who moved here, when stuff was still cheap, and they've got 3 bedrooms, that extra bedroom, they got crap all in that closet and crap all in the storage unit down in the garage and all of that. But our apartment, we don't have like this office is the size of an American walk-in closet, of a small American walk-in closet, this bedroom / office. So our closets in our bedroom are not big at all. Right? If you're moving to Mexico or someplace like that, in South America, they have more room. It's more American. It's newer, right? But over here in Europe and in some other places, you will not find a lot of space for a whole bunch of clothes and all of this fast fashion crap. All right. So the 1 in, 1 out rule for your stuff. And that's not just for clothing, that's for other things as well. And then the no scroll Sundays. Now, obviously, you're going to come at 1:30 Eastern time to our Black Utopia. But you don't need to scroll to do that, right? You don't need to scroll to do that. All right. So we got the trigger suite. You won't, right? Unfollow, unsubscribe, and turn off all that crap.
Decelerator habits.
Right.
30-day wish list before any purchase over 100.
Right. 101 rule and the no scroll Sundays. All right. Next.
You need to automate peace.
Automate it, y'all. Automate it. Stop getting in your head, right? Stop getting in your head and, but what if? No.
And in this first one, you've heard it, I'm sure, from a lot of people. If not, we're going to tell you again. Pay yourself first.
That never made sense to me. I never understood what that meant. What's
that
mean?
When you pay yourself first, that don't mean, on payday going out and buy you
a Fendi bag,
buy you a big Fendi bag, or buy you some shoes. Treating yourself to something. That's not paying yourself.
So I think a better way to frame it, because that never made sense to me, and I never understood what they meant when people said pay yourself first. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Pay yourself first. What should be said is invest in future you first. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Invest in future you. Invest in future Halisi before I pay anybody's bills. I'm going to invest in future me. I'm going to make sure that future me is going to be okay. That's what they mean by pay yourself first. Now that made more sense to me. I don't know how y'all's brain works, but the weird way my brain works, that makes more logical sense to me. I couldn't wrap my mind around pay yourself first, but you automate it. Automate it. As we said, our jobs had 50% of his income going straight into 401k before we even touched it, and 15% of my income going straight into 401k. And then I had extra money going into our brokerage account. Well, why, you say? Because I wasn't maxing out our 401k. Reason being is because at the age that I was, I could not access that money in the 401k. And so I wanted to make sure that I had money that was growing, that was accessible.
Yeah. And
without fees and stuff.
And I used to always see when that was said, well, I am paying myself. I'm going out and I'm going to buy such and such, or I'm going to, no, that's treating yourself. That's treating yourself to something, because once you use that money, it's gone.
That's right.
It's not an investment unless you are buying something that you plan on.
That's an investment.
Right. Investing in and getting a return on
investment grade gold, antiques, right? Something that goes up in value. So unless you're buying something that goes up in value,
that's treating yourself.
You're just treating yourself. Yeah. Treating yourself to something special, and which is fine, as long as you realize, like, there's a cost for everything. And in our Move Abroad toolkit, and I know we have it in Beyond the Bling, and maybe we have it in the not Move Abroad toolkit, but the Ready to Retire toolkit, is a calculator of the true cost of things, the true cost, right? And so the idea is you put in a number. You know, what are you thinking about buying? You're thinking about buying, like, I know my cousins aren't watching, so my cousin just bought a $1,500 bag, y'all. I was like, she's like, oh, but it's so much, I saved so much money because you don't know how much this would have cost in the States. I was like,
she bought it here.
She bought it here. She bought it here. Oh my gosh. At one of the designer places down there on Avenida Libertad, that's our, like, Rodeo Drive. And I've never spent, never, ever, ever. I almost choked. Didn't I?
Yeah,
Choked.
we're like, okay.
Now I forgot my point. I forgot what I was going to say. I got so caught up on that $1,500. What was I talking about? I don't know. I think it was about automating stuff. Yeah. Was it about automating stuff?
Yeah.
I think it was about automating stuff. I don't know.
We can rewind it.
I don't know. But anyway, all right. Calendar, a 15-minute enough check monthly. All right. So you're going to put on your calendar 15-minute check-in. All right. Look at your monthly enough. Does today's lifestyle match it? Right. Because this is not going to happen overnight. And maybe that number will need to move, but not because you just feel in some type of way.
Mm-hmm. Don't
move the goalpost because you're scared. Fear is fine. Fear tells you that it keeps you alert. There's some stuff to pay attention to, right?
Right.
But it shouldn't debilitate you. It should just make you aware that you have to make sure you got your I's dotted and your T's crossed. All right. So you want to do those monthly check-ins to make sure that you are staying on track. All right. Now, your 7-day challenge. All right, folks.
Number 1, write your enough number down on paper.
All right. Either your all-in number, that's the annual times 25, or your monthly number. And if you just tuning in, you're going to have to wait and rewind to the top to get that formula. All right. Automate your PGB, right? Remember what PGB was, right? Protect, grow, belong, right? Automate it. 3 10% transfers minimum.
3, do the trigger sweep plus 1 scroll Sunday.
Right?
No scroll Sunday. 1 no scroll Sunday.
At least 1.
At least 1.
All right. Do the trigger sweep and then report back and let us know how it went. All right. So I've got a question for y'all. All right. What is your biggest trigger? Your biggest more trigger. What is it? Is it a social media flex? Family expectations?
Work culture? Ads and emails?
What's your biggest trigger? That spending trigger. Social media flex. If you're watching from the future, you can't put it in the chat, but you can put it in the comments. Social media flex. Family expectations are a beast, y'all, especially if you come from one of them Huxtable type families, right? If you come from one of them Huxtable type families, woo, Lord. We are 3rd generation educated, right? All this stuff, right? So what's your biggest triggers? Social media flex, family expectations, work culture, ads, or email, ads and emails, right? All right. That's what we have for you today. You've dropped in the chat what your enough number is. Which step do you need most right now? Do you need sufficiency?
Purpose?
Peace? I don't know about y'all. I need peace. I need peace. What y'all talking about? I'm looking at the chat over here and I'm looking over here. So this one over here is a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
So, all right, you know the drill. Go ahead and put a Q in front of anything that you want us to put up. And that's what we have for you today. Y'all, we said this before. These billionaires are putting forth a mental illness into the Geisite, the culture of America, right? And it's this feeling that there's never enough, that they need more money, more stuff. And it's something that they're trying to fill. And I have no idea how it feels to know, because I know they know, and we know that they know, to not have the moral high ground. And we know they don't have the moral high ground, and they can't help it. They can't help it. I mean, Peter Thiel can't even say if he wants humanity to survive.
Continue. Yeah.
These are some sick pups, y'all. And you need to take your financial health in your own hands, because these folks are on the crazy train and you don't even want to go to that station.
Mm-mm.
You do not want to go to that station. Peace, Tammy says. Yes, peace. Self-sufficiency and peace. So, okay, Valerina and Carla are talking to each other, so I'm not going to put that up. Peace from family.
What?
He said peace from family. I didn't want to leave it up there just in case some of your family watches. John, if you are sharing our videos. But I understand. And I also know, because y'all know I just lost my daddy, it still feels like it still feels so raw, y'all. And so my mama gets on my nerves, but I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to hug her. I can't wait to just to spend this time, right? Because I don't know how much longer I'm going to have her, right? And so I think I need to get over myself and get over the stuff that gets on my nerves, right? Because I will regret it. If I let that be the thing, right?
Mm.
Ooh, Lord, I know now. Now, thankfully, me and my dad, we were like this. But me and my mom have always kind of gone like this, women in their issues, enabling, boredom. Okay. All right, y'all. That's what we've got for you today. We're going to keep it short and we're going to keep it tight. This is part of our Money Mindset series. I wanted to just come on because after hearing and reading some of the things I've seen in the chat and in the questions and stuff like that, and also some of the woe is me, right? Some of the a hiccup happens in your life, right? Something that kind of derails you, and you plan to do something, and then something unexpected happens, totally out of your control, not because of a choice or a decision you made in the past, right? Not something coming back to bite you on the butt. No, something totally out of your control. Maybe, a diagnosis that needs to be taken care of, or Big Mama had an accident, or, who knows, right? If you've got this plan, know that you can overcome that setback. You can overcome the setback, but you cannot overcome it if you just derail the whole program, okay? And I know it's frustrating. I know, y'all, I know. I know how easy, because I was there. For those of you who have been watching for the duration, you heard. I remember that fire pit I was just talking about, putting my feet up on that fire pit. Where was Rick? I think you were at your daughter's birthday. I think you were at Shannon's birthday. Yeah, I think it was you weren't in Colorado. And I was there, of course, my dad upstairs, whatever. I'm outside, feet kicked up on the fire pit. And I'm watching videos about Portugal and I'm just crying. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I am so tired. I just want to just do nothing. So I get it. And I was just boo-hooing. But I stuck to the plan. I stuck to the plan. And a year later, we were here. And that year was hard. I'm not going to lie. But we were here. And if we can do it.
You can do it.
You
Just
can do it too.
Keep doing it.
Right?
Keep going at it.
You can do it too. All right. And that's what we have for you. We will see you on Thursday with our legends. I'm sure you have more questions. We don't want you to get out into these international streets unaware and uneducated about the realities, y'all. Yes, it's less expensive to live here, but it was very expensive to get here. Okay. It's less expensive to live in Mexico. It was a lot less expensive to do that. If you have more questions, we can help. We offer one-on-one coaching. That information is in the description below. We also have a Move Abroad toolkit that you can get, right? That will walk you through putting together your Move Abroad plan, all right? That information. I know that Action Fiji has put it in the chat, but it's also in the description below if you're watching from the future. If you need help getting your money straight, we have Beyond the Bling. That is our financial freedom program for late bloomers. And we are just wrapping up our side hustle challenge, y'all. We will start another cohort, so you want to stay tuned. Also, I don't know who's coming to Mexico September 27th to celebrate Rick's birthday. We will be there. As a matter of fact, I'm talking to Lamar and Angela and picking out the space that we will be celebrating in this rooftop bar in Querétaro, Mexico. Also, we're considering having a winter meetup and New Year's Eve party, y'all. Should we do that? Should we have a winter meetup? People have been saying you should have 2 meetups. So this is not going to be like we do in June, y'all. In June, it's a whole week. All right. It's from St. Anthony's Day to Juneteenth. And that's 7 days of activities. Okay. We're not talking about all of that. We're talking about a party and then a couple of days of hanging out, seeing the Christmas lights and stuff like that. If you're watching from the future, let us know in the comments if you think we should do that. I'm talking to the vendors right now. Let us know in the chat if you think if we should do that and you would like to come. Okay. I know the folks here want to have a New Year's Eve party, so we might have a New Year's Eve party regardless. But whether it becomes a meetup and a huge deal depends upon you. If you want to come hang out with us New Year's Eve in Lisbon, Portugal. And then, of course, in June, we will have a meetup. Then we will, as we do every single June. Okay. We're going to have an information call. We're going to have an information Zoom. If you are interested in coming to either meetup, if we have one in wintertime, that meetup, or the one that we have every single June. Every June. We're going to have a information Zoom. All right. If you are on our email list, you will get an invitation to that Zoom call. And we're going to go through what the expectations are, what we do, what you should expect, all right? And what the cost is probably going to be. Haven't figured all of that out yet, but we want to answer your questions so that you can start preparing now if you're going to come in the summertime. Yeah. So get on our email list so you can be the first to know and be on that Zoom call. I'm not sure. We'll probably do another one next year for the late folks. But for the early birds, for the people who are going to buy early bird tickets, we're going to do a Zoom call probably in the next month. Maybe that first Sunday in Querétaro, the 28th of September. So that's what we're looking at. And I don't see too many questions in here. So let me see. That would be amazing. Yay, good. You should come. You should come. Is the rent for Portugal and paying my mortgage and save? Oh, it's the rent. Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think we did. it. All right. Winter meetup. All right. We're going to come and we're going to, after this is over, we're going to go back and we're going to read everything and see what you guys are saying. And then we'll put out a poll in the email. All right. We're going to put out a poll in if you're on our email list, you'll get to do that. I'll also put out a poll in our membership area on YouTube. So if you are a channel member, you will have an opportunity to vote regarding a New Year's Eve meetup as well. So Angry Mass Call says yes for the winter meetup. Lord, yes. My pockets are still screaming, John says. Okay, y'all, we love you. We'll see you later. Bye.